Is it not working? Okay. Good morning, everyone. Welcome to 24/7. My name is Niharika Valia, and I'm with you with the area of ABFM. I hope I'm audible as well as visible. Okay. So let's continue. We'll be talking about the topic of staffing further, right? So when we're talking about staffing as a function, how do we study the term staffing there, right? So staffing is basically people. Good morning, ma'am. Staffing is basically defined as something where people are working. We are recruiting people into the organization. We are getting people, retaining them, educating them, basically training them. Not education. Education is a broader term. Training them and developing them to do further things in the organization. So when we talk about this particular topic, we were looking forward towards the MCQs. So here comes the next MCQ. It says training is the process by which dash of the employees is increased. Knowledge, aptitude, skills, and abilities, or all of the above. If people are working, then what will happen? If people are working, the first thing that will happen is all of the above. Why? Because if you are training, your knowledge will increase. If you are training, your aptitude is going to increase. Your whenever you go through on the job training, there are two kinds of training. Off the job is where you are basically told things, right? That is called off the job. The next is on the job. In terms of off the job, you are not doing that particular job, right? You're just learning the concept. And when we talk about the on the job training, you are doing the job and working over it. That is what we define as on the job training. In this case, training is a process by which all of the above things are increased. That means the answer is all of the above. Next question, estimating the manpower needs. See, this is one of the first thing that happens when we do the staffing. Whenever we are staffing, the first thing that happens is that people who are working, we need to find out what kind of people we already possess and what kind of people we're looking forward to. Estimating the manpower requirements includes selection expenses, financial expenses, training expenses, or number and types of persons required. This is an easy question. When we talk about the estimation of the manpower needs, na, it is basically the number of people we already possess and number of people it is required. So first of all, now what we do is in terms of estimating the manpower needs, we have two aspects. First is work force analysis. That means the workforce we already possess and number of people we already required. And what is the workload? Each and every person is working there. Na? So when each and every person is working, how are they working? That is their workload analysis. That is number and types of the persons required is the correct answer. Next point, the question says it is 2 points. One is training is a job oriented and development is career oriented. Then scope of training is broad and that of development is limited. Above, both statements are true, false. Statement 1 is true and statement 2 is false, or statement 1 is false and statement 1 2 is true. See, training is what? If there's a difference between education, then we have the training, and education, training, and last one is development. Education is based upon one particular thing. That is, education is all about. It's not actually one particular thing. In terms of education, what happens is we are told multiple things. As a student, I learned so many subjects. Na? That is education. Then, while we started working for the job, what happened was we were trained to do only certain things. That is called training. And then, once we got the training of doing all those things, what happened next? Once I got that training, now I want to look forward towards in my working. That is called development. So, when we look forward to all these things, training is a job oriented and development is career oriented. So, the scope of training is broad and that of development is limited. Is it true? See, the first point is absolutely correct. Why? Because the training is basically job oriented and development is basically career oriented. Whenever you are building up your career, that is development. Then the second point that arises is scope of training is broad and that of development is limited. Training can be defined as something where training is not broader because it is just oriented to the work that you are doing. For example, if I'm working in an organization as a finance manager, right? I'm at the top level of finance there. My work or my training is just related to that finance, then my scope is limited. If I'm also preparing myself for the next level of managerial working, then the training becomes broader. That of development, but the development is way too broader because my job training would be related only to the finance area. But when I talk about the managerial level, I'm not just preparing for the finance level, I'm preparing for the entire level. That is how we define the area of statement 1 is true and the statement 2 is false. Under, okay. I hope the question is clearly visible, or let's just look forward to this question. Under which training method both the technical institutes and the business organizations jointly impart training to their members? Induction training, apprenticeship training, vestibule training, or internship training? Under which training method both the technical institutes and the business organizations jointly impart their people? So what happens is training when see this happened even when the computers were started when computers use was started. Now people were trained to use a computer because the people who were already working, they were in manual maintenance of accounts, so they were given that particular training so that they can work upon computers, right? That is what we define as the training method. Both the technical institutes and the business organizations, the technical institution as well as that particular organization, for example, on the job trainings are there now. When you have these kind of trainings, then both of these things are giving the training together. Is it induction training, apprenticeship training, vestibule, or internship? Okay, let me give you a brief about all of these. Induction is whenever you come to a new organization, you are told about what the organization work is. Apprenticeship training is this is given in terms of plumbers, electricians, and mechanics. They are told how to do that particular work. That is called apprenticeship training. Then comes vestibule training. In terms of vestibule, we have a you can say we have a machine there, right? We have a machine. I cannot give a particular machine to a rookie, a person who's just new to the organization. I cannot give the entire machine to him. So what I'll do is I'll give them the pilot training. They will work upon a specific machine model, and that is what we call it as apprenticeship training. That is called vestibule training. Dummy machine. They first of all work upon the dummy machine, and then they work upon the original machine. That is called vestibule training. Then comes internship training. In terms of internship training, that particular person works that in that organization. They get the technical training, and then that particular person joins the organization. But this what happens is during the internship training, they are given training of every single thing that they are doing. Right? That is what we call as internship training. So correct answer is internship training. Which of the following steps are essential in the staffing process? Hiring the right kind of people, firing the non performing employees, or developing skills of the employees through training, collective bargaining, or maintaining the employees by creating favorable conditions of work. What are the various codes there? 135, 123, 345, or 234. Which of the following steps are essential in staffing process? When we talk about the staffing process, which particular steps are essential? See, first is hiring the right kind of people. When you hire the right kind of people, they are trainable. They can fit in your organization in a proper way. That's the first level. Then the firing the non performing employees is never a particular criteria to look forward to. First is to get the right people itself. This is not an option which is taken in terms of the staffing process. That is developing the keys of the employees through training. When you find the right people, you will train them. That is the level where the organizations are working. Currently, during the recession period, on the name of cost cutting, they are taking out people. But this is still the problem of the organization itself. Why? Because they were supposed to put the right people to the right job at the right time. That is where they were supposed to look forward to. When you do the overstaffing after a certain period of time, the cost of training new people, the cost of maintaining the old people basically irritates the organization. Then in the name of cost cutting, or you can say in the name of economic depression, they are specifying that we are removing people on the basis of performance analysis. But then again, the organization has to own it up first, where they have to develop the people there. And then the last point, maintaining the employees by creating favorable conditions of work. In the process of staffing, it is never about removing people, it's about training them. That is what we study in management there. So when we talk about this entire process, it is based upon the fact that 1, 3, and 5 are there. Collective bargaining is if 2, 3 people come together, and not 2, 3, actually a group of people would come together and say this is how we do the particular task, and this is where we need to get our rights done. We need to get everything for the organization. That is what we define as A. That is 1, 3, and 5. Right? Next question. The managerial function of staffing is most closely related to controlling, leading, marketing, or organizing. If I talk about staffing, staffing is very closely related to what? First of all, we plan things. Then we organize. That is organizing. Next point, the staffing function does not include performance appraisal, placement, selection, or span of control. In terms of staffing function, it includes placement, it includes selection, it also includes performance appraisal. But what it does not include is the span of control. That is, number of persons working under the individual that they're talking about. How many people is he handling? Is called span of control. So span of control is basically a part of organizing. How many people he can handle, number of people that is required under this particular position. That is why the correct answer is span of control. Next question. On the job training does not include. If I talk about on the job training, the training which is given to the people while they are on the job, they're doing that particular job. On the job training does not include job rotation. Job rotation is there. Job rotation means if a particular person is working in the area of accounting, then that particular person can also do the supervisor. The clerks are basically given different tasks. They might be going to the management area. They might be going to the area of the reception area. They might be taking care of the cashier point. They might be doing multiple things. When you are learning the job now, then you are given different jobs so that we can find out which particular job that particular person would be best at. Then is planned progression. Planned progression means every time we are working in an organization, whenever that particular person is learning the work, we will go step by step. That means the first level of responsibility is given to that particular person. Then he gives the, even there are proper examinations for this. Na? For example, if we talk about the promotion examinations, what are those? Those are planned progressions. You are prepared for the next level and then you are upgraded. Then you are prepared for the next level, then you are upgraded. Then we have sensitivity training, and then we have temporary promotion. There's nothing called temporary promotion. This particular term is not used that much in accounting. Okay, in terms of sensitivity training, that is different. Okay, if I talk about this, the concept of temporary promotion is not there, but the correct answer is sensitivity training, because under sensitivity training, what happens is that particular person, for example, I don't know how to drive a car. If I don't know how to drive a car, they will put me into a situation where everything, the situation that we are having would be similar to the actual car driving, and then there would be a sensitivity training. That means I would be sensitized. How can I become more reactive in terms of my training, right? That is how we define it. It is called sensitivity training. Arrange the following stages of staffing in the correct sequence and indicate the code of correct sequence. Performance appraisal, recruitment, training, transfers, selection, induction, and orientation. Choose the correct answer from the code given below. 24513, then 12453, 21453, or 42521. Which is the correct answer? What is the correct sequence that indicates the code? First point will always be recruitment. Always remember, it starts from attracting people to work, right? Once we decide what kind of people we are looking forward to, we do the selection portion. First is recruitment, second is selection, and then the next point would be, if you look forward to 2 and 4 here, 2, there's no other point. As you can see in this case, the entire portion is already eliminated. This is the correct answer. First is 2, second is 4, third is 5, induction and orientation. Then is first, performance appraisal. Then we have third, that is transfer. Right? If the particular person is working well in the different department or has more caliber to work in a different department, we will transfer. Or we can also look forward towards promotion as well as transfer. That means the particular person is not only sent to a better position, but also at a different site. Right? Okay. So I think let's end the session here. I'll be meeting you tomorrow at the same time at 7 a.m. And if you're looking forward to our courses, and I hope you are looking forward to it already, because we are coming up with a new batch of CAIIB. So this is the perfect time. If you haven't started with your studies yet, you still have around 3 months to finish off your topics, because the examination would be conducted in June. That means you still have enough time that you can cover up those topics. So how can you cover up? Number one, in terms of our JIB and CIB area, if you go to the CIB 2023, you will find our courses. That means CAIB new selection batches there. That means in this batch, we will be starting from March 24th. This is the new batch that is coming up. The timings for all the classes are specified already. If you're preparing for this exam, then kindly go ahead and hurry up and check it out. Right? What you need to do is, if you're looking forward to it, click on the area of buy now, use the code Y541 and apply it, and you'll be able to get it. Right? So that is what we look forward to. You can get for 4799, and that too with the validity of this particular course is 6 months. Along with this, if you are not looking forward towards not only the syllabus area, you want to work upon other areas as well. There you have got live classes of 200 hours. But if you want to prepare for the MCQs as well, if you want to look forward towards the test series, which is again justified, we are looking forward towards multiple areas now while preparing for CIB. What you can do is you can check out our courses. Currently, double validity is going on. That means you can get, you have to pay for just a 6-month course, but you'll get 12-month validity. 500 hours of learning is there, 20 test series is there, 277 videos would be available for you already, which are a part of the different courses which are already going on. Along with that, we have already uploaded 40 ebooks and many more to come. That means if you're preparing for this examination, you get all the resources that you want. That would include live classes, mock test series, video solutions, revision batches, then all recorded and live batches, e-books, numerical batches, case study batches, topic wise ebooks, and in depth analysis. Everything would be available in this particular package. That means if you buy this particular package, you don't have to buy a revision test, you don't have to buy a revision batch, you don't have to buy numerical batches, MCQ batches, whatever you look forward to. All the ebooks would be available to you along with case studies. So, what are we waiting for? Isn't it a way better method to look forward towards your preparation, because you'll get all the resources and at once, and your preparation would be definitely stronger than ever. So you can use the code Y541 and get it at 7199.20. That means it is hardly 500 600 rupees per month. So this is for 1 year validity. So if you're preparing for it, kindly go ahead and check it out, as this is not only cost friendly, but at the same time it is examination friendly too as well. That means if you're preparing for the examination, all the resources are covered here for 7199.20 rupees. Right? Okay, so that's it for the day. We'll